Welcome back to another episode of A Girl Business Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby, and today with me I have Addison Humphrey of Humphrey Racing, and we are here with number 105. Does your car have a name?
No.
No?
It's just the race car.
We're here with the race car, number 105, and she is going to tell us all about her journey. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, all that awkward social media stuff. And I'm going to let you take it back as far back as possible. We can start with the property or wherever you want to start. The girls love all the details.
Okay. So when I was like 7, we lived in Doyle, on Doyle grade. And then we moved here after my great-grandma passed. And then I took a couple years doing, used to do some rodeo stuff when I was a child. And then I really liked racing, so then I went into dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I dirt bike raced all around, like, Nevada. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
like
how
the
cool.
long endurance races, kind of just... And then there's a racetrack down here. That's the Milford one. I raced there a couple times. So that was fun. But then I realized I liked having more stableness, I guess. So then I went to the car races, and I was like, okay, I'd rather have a car than a dirt bike. So my dad was like, no, like, we already bought all your dirt bike stuff. We're not doing this. We're not switching. And then I found one for like $2,000. And I was like, Dad, came with a motor, came with everything. And he was like, okay, I guess we can do it. So he went into $1,000 and I went into $1,000. And now this is her. She used to not look like this. We changed a lot.
Yeah.
But so then I've been racing this for at least 4 to 5 years. And then I raced dirt bikes for like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've always been like into the speed and stuff.
I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So I know that you said this was it originally your great grandma's, this property?
So probably before her parents probably had it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how far back it goes, but it's been in the family for a while.
Yeah. So you have a big family? Do you have like cousins and
Yes,
brothers and stuff?
I have a really big family. My brother's actually up there right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so like tell like what was the dynamic like? Like did you always have cousins over? Or?
So we used to do cattle too. So we'd wake up at like 3 a.m., go feed cattle. I'd run the truck while my dad threw hay off the back. And then my brother, he's helped us out too. And we'd have big brandings right in this area. And it'd be like family branding. So all of them would come, they'd help. Everybody would do their own thing. Everybody have a station for branding cattle. So we used to have some family over, but it was never like friends. It was mostly just like family.
Yeah. And were they like adrenaline junkies too?
No.
No? Was it just you?
A lot of them are not. Like my brother, he doesn't like the races very much. He likes to hang out with his friends more. He's very kind of that way. He has some stuff that he likes to do. He plays soccer. He really likes to play soccer. He wants to go to college for it and become pro. So that's good.
Yeah.
But that's really what he likes to do. I'm more of like, let's go do this. Let's travel. I'm a traveler. Like, I'm actually going to Talladega in October.
Are you?
To the races, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's super exciting. That's in Florida, right?
Alabama.
Alabama. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's like a career path that you can do with racing? Like what are some plans?
I went to college for a year and a half. I went to NASCAR Tech in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then
this is Emma.
And then I went there for a year and a half, graduated that, and I could go into pit crew. I can go into anything with NASCAR with that degree if I wanted to. But I wanted to come back home and do my racing. So start my own race team, have my own people racing under me. So like my boyfriend next year, he'll start racing. And then hopefully if I can get my brother into it, I'd like him to race. So this car will hopefully be passed down to more people in life. But we also have more race cars in the making.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
So there's gonna be like at least 3 more that we're gonna have. So I'll just start. You want to race? Get in the car.
Yeah.
So
what's it called? Like a is that a pit boss?
I like a crew chief, I guess, but I still will race with them. So it's kind of just we're all gonna be racing together as a family.
It's like a little squad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how cool. Was your mom or your parents at any point like, hey, this, especially because you started when you were really young, were they like, hey, this is like kind of dangerous? Like,
my mom was stressed out. Well, she was stressed out when I was racing dirt bikes. My dad has always been the calm one.
Yeah.
She's the stressor. So she was always like, I don't like you being out there like that. And I was like, oh, it's fine. And then I wrecked one time on my dirt bike really hard and I broke my clutch cover casing. All the oil spilled out. I sprained my arm, thought I broke my arm. I actually knocked myself out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so then I had to ride down on a bike and they're like, something's wrong with 105. And my aunt was crying. My mom started freaking out. I was fine. I just bruised myself a little bit. But so then I got into this and they're like, I like that we can see you going in circles, but it is more of like a contact sport than dirt bike racing was.
Yeah.
So she likes this more because she can see me, but she's also like, when I see you wreck though, that's where it's like, that stresses me out.
What's it like when you're like, is it scary? Like, walk us through what a day of racing. Like, you wake up and it's the day or night of a race. What is it like?
So I wake up and I'm like packing my bag. I only have like one race bag. It has my suit, my shoes, my helmet, all that. And then I have I go and I pay my pit fee. I pay everybody, like, get into the track. It's not, I mean, it's a small town, so everybody knows everybody. So like they'll be like, oh yeah, here's your mini stock paperwork, just fill it out. And I'm like, yeah. And then I go in, I have my pit already. We all kind of pit together, all of our friends and stuff. And I get the car off the trailer, and then my boyfriend will air up my tires if they need aired up. He'll check everything, and then I get into it, and then we go to staging. And staging's where I hate them. Like, it's the most annoying thing ever because you just sit there and you don't know what's going on. You don't know if there's a wreck on the track, and you can sit there for 30 minutes and you're just sitting there and you're just, in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I'm about to go race. And you're like, I'd rather be on the track than having to sit here and think about what could go wrong outside, like inside the track. So I guess the most stressful part is staging.
What is that? Is that just where they get
you just sit,
ready?
you're in your lineup. So it'll be like, I race with some people I know, so it'll be like number 9's here, I'm here, C4 is here, that kind of. So you're in your lineup of how you're going to start the race, and then you just sit there until they tell you to come on.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody, I think, scares themselves and thinks about it too hard. Because as soon as you get on the track, it's all gone. You're just thinking about, okay, I'm trying not to wreck. But when you sit in staging for like 30 to 45 minutes, you start stressing out because you're like, oh my God, like, I feel hot. I'm like starting to sweat, and you start to get nervous, and you're like, oh, like, this is kind of scary. So I wouldn't say the racing part is the worst. I think staging is the worst for a lot of people. For me, I sit there, I start overthinking. I'm like, oh my God, is something wrong with the car? Like, is it going to stop again? Because I had my last race was a couple weekends ago. It cut out every turn. It just kept cutting out. And I was like, what's wrong with it? And then I had to get off finally because I was like, someone's going to hit me. And I was like, I'd rather get off than lose my back end. So, but actually racing is not bad. Once you're out there, you kind of get into a groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like when you're boarding a plane and you're like on the plane, you're waiting for everybody else, and then
you start to just like overthink. You're like, oh man, this could go down right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're all done for.
So at what point, like at what age did you start learning about, because I'm sure you know about like engines and all. I don't know shit about any of this. So, you know, all that car stuff. Like, at what point did you start working on things or have an interest in that?
When I was 15, I got this car. So I was definitely working on my engine. My entire, like, because this is a different engine than my first one, but I learned a lot about it. And then I went to I took college classes at the college at LCC, like for a year, about engine work and stuff for like actual just running vehicles. And I kind of used that towards my racing, but it wasn't a lot of help because they're kind of different. I mean, they're still the same basics, but when you get into tuning, and you have to tune it for a race car, not a driving everyday car.
Yeah.
So I took those classes, and then I kind of just learned everything about myself. And like, I had my dad teach me some stuff because he used to race cars a little bit and dirt bikes, but he taught me some stuff. And then his friend, we call him Blacka, he taught me a lot. So we've all kind of just learned from each other a lot. And my uncle Leon, he does all the electrical, so he's really smart in that. I hate electrical. I will not I hate electrical, but I'll definitely work on the engine by myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I went to school for it, because I was like, I'd rather come back home and just like everything I learned, put it into my car.
Yeah.
And everybody else's cars that we're going to fix and get together.
So when are you hoping on like having a team and stuff?
Hopefully next year. I'm hoping next year, because then my boyfriend will be in one, and then I'm going to see if anybody else wants to help get one going. Because we have one that's in the works right now for a stock car, because this is a mini stock. And then I'll race that one, and then he'll race the mini stock. Then we think there's another mini stock for sale from one of my friend's boyfriends, and I think we're going to buy that one. And it comes with everything, and we just have to get it going again. And then that'll be 3 cars on the track at least. And I think that can be a mini stock too. So I'll have 2 mini stocks going in a stock car. And then there's another one that has to be stripped completely, put a new cage in it, everything. Like, it's still a vehicle. You just have to strip it all out. And that'll hopefully be 3 mini stocks and a stock car out there. And then hopefully at least at some point I can get an IMCA stock car out there that I can drive.
What's the difference with that one?
That one you can go further. And it's, I forget the name. Everybody calls it IMCA. They never call it the actual word. But there's points. You can get a lot more with points. You can do a lot more with, like, you can go to Vegas kind of thing, like the higher, bigger races. So I know a lot of people that race IMCA, and I'd like to get into that. That's where I want to end up and just stay.
In Vegas? Do you want to go to Vegas at all?
I do. I want to race Vegas at least once with the stock car, but I would end my racing at stock car. Modifieds are too much, I think. Modifieds, you have to have, like, a love for them. I don't have a love for them. I like stock cars.
Are you typically, like, the only girl that's on the raceway? What's
There's
it
a
been like?
few. I used to be one of the only girls, and then I'd have another girl with me sometimes. She was older, like in her probably like 50s, 60s. And then there's been a few like younger girls that is starting to come up, and I'm like, that's good. Like, I really enjoy watching other girls get into it, because a lot of the time they're like, oh no, like, I'll get beat up for it, like they'll hit me on the track for it. I'm like, dude, I've been hit. Like, it's really not that bad. Once you get hit, you're like, oh, okay, you might get a little whiplash, but it's really not the end of the world. But a lot of them get scared. So I'm like, you gotta face those fears and just get into it. So I have a girl who's, I think she's a sophomore in high school, and she races with me. And I know her really well. I've known her my whole life practically, and she got into it, and she loves it. And she wrecks a lot. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I wrecked a lot too when I started. It's not the end of the world. But I think she'll get there. There's a lot of them out there. Well, I say a lot. There's probably like 3 of us, but that's more than we usually have. And then there's...
You're treated differently at all for being a girl on the track?
I think they're more scared of me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they're more scared of me. I had an incident on the first race of the season. It was end of track, like, checkered flag was thrown. We were doing our last lap to go. Emma, stop. And last, like, lap to go after, and then everybody comes off because you'd already passed the checkered. And this guy just came out of nowhere, smacked me off of turn 3, and I flipped out. I got out of my car. I screamed at him, and he is yet to come back. Like, yet to come back to racing. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but... And I didn't know who he was. I had no idea who it was. I was really mad because I was like, why would you hit me after the checkered flag? Like, there's no point in that. And then, yeah, I screamed at him, and he just never came back. So I think I scare him because I'm more tougher than I think they think I am. And I think a lot of them think I'm a boy too, because my colors and, like, all that. I don't think a lot of them know that I'm a girl. So when I get out of my car and they, like, make me mad, they're like, oh, it's a girl.
She's popping off on
Yeah,
us.
I don't think they realize it. But then I come out and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm just yelling at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it get pretty heated out there?
Sometimes. It gets pretty heated sometimes. I've seen a lot of them. There was one time I've seen some guy run off, like, they were on the track. Somebody got out of their car, started jumping on somebody else's hood. And then his son came out of nowhere on the pit and just sucker punched this dude, like, off in the middle of the track. Like, they were stopped. It was red flag. Everything was stopped. And he just came off and sucker punched this dude to the ground, and they just started brawling on the ground. And it was crazy.
Oh,
but you don't do that. You don't stand on someone else's hood, you know? So it's like, we all have our moments of our fights, but I've never actually brawled with somebody. But I've never needed to, because they're always like, oh, it's a girl. Oh, it's a girl. And I'm like, dude, I will still fight you. Like, if you mess my car up like that again, I will still fight you. Because that whole side, the driver's side, was all crushed. I had no panel. I had to redo my panel. It was bad.
So are you out for a long time if you get into an accident?
It depends on, I guess, who you are. If you want to fix it and then in one day, or if you want to take a while and, like, skip a race and then fix it. But I'm like, no, guys, like, let's get on it. I'm like, I'm not missing a race, because I'm first in points right now. So I'm like, we can't miss a race. We can't have this mess up. We need to be at every single race this season.
So how does it work? Like, how do you win it? Because you're talking about points. So is it more than just, like, you get to the finish line first?
It's more of, like, if you start your heat race, or if you don't start your heat race, you get points. if you start your main but don't finish it, you lose some points, but you still get some points because you started, that kind of thing. So you have to finish every race pretty much and start every race to get the amount of points that you're supposed to have.
And then at the end of the season is like whoever has the most points.
You just win. Yeah. Sometimes you get like shirts sent to you, like of like, oh, you're a points winner. You have like a trophy sometimes. I don't know if anything gets sent to mini stocks, but it's still that like, oh, I got first in points kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to just have.
Yeah, it's like bragging rights.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how does it work? Like, do you get paid when you win, or do you have like sponsorships? Or
so all these stickers, like Kenmore Motorsports, like my cousin Gary has a sticker on here. Frisky Motorsports, Miranda Benson. I've got my mom's business Get Roasted on there. Lassen Rents. They're all my sponsors. So they all give me money. If I need tires, I go Lassen. Like I need new tires, and he's like, here for new tires, and then he hands me new stickers. And I got T-shirts from him too. And then just a bunch of them have helped me out. Like Kenmore Motorsports, they do my car. They'll do anything. They have my cage. My cage is all from them. My seat. I rolled my car 1 year and my seat broke out. And so they had to fix my whole seat. So they've got their stuff in there for my seat. Everybody helps out a good extent. They all support me, which is really nice.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's mostly local, which is.
All of them are, actually. I don't have any of them that aren't.
Yeah. That is really cool. Has there ever been an instance where maybe you wrecked really bad, or maybe you weren't doing as good as you wanted to and you thought, I don't want to do this anymore?
No.
No?
No.
Good for you, girl.
Every time I've raced, well, I was in North Carolina for a year and a half, and I actually flew back. I took off some time from school for like 2 days, and I flew back to race the 4th of July race because that's the race I started on.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to come back and race it for a day. It's only a day race. So I flew back from North Carolina, raced that race, and then flew home.
Wow.
Yeah,
like,
I was very committed.
What's the season like? Like, what month to month is the season, and where
it
do
usually
you race?
starts in March. Like March to April will be like our testing tune day. Like you'll have, it's like play days. You just go out, kind of test your car, see if it's gonna be good. I don't really ever go to those because I kind of can just drive it around here, and I'm like, okay, it sounds good, it feels good, we're good guys. But like April, I think it's Easter is when our first races usually are, and then it ends around this time, August, and then sometimes they'll have October races depending on how fall goes for us. If it starts to snow, then we don't have any races after August. But sometimes there will be a September race. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the weather.
And what tracks are you racing at?
I usually race in Susanville. That's my main track. I haven't raced Quincy yet, but I heard now they're not doing races anymore this year, so I'm just kind of... And I used to race Fallon, but now I don't race Fallon. There's a lot of stuff with Fallon that I just don't approve with, and then Quincy, the same guy that run in Susanville used to race Quincy, like run Quincy, and he said the contract was done with for the year. So I'm just waiting to see if they're gonna do anything next year. Then I might go run them, but I have to set this car up totally different for that track. So I'm like, is it worth it to have to switch it every weekend?
What kind of stuff do you have to, if you can say, I don't know if it's like top secret, but
do you have
to modify your car for different tracks?
I mean, it's just really, I think it's just suspension really that I have to change, but I don't have the suspension to change it. I'm kind of just like, oh, I'll just run that track since everything's set up for that track.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's really the point of switching it all over for like 2 days and then having to switch it all over? And I have a full-time job, and it's not as easy as everybody thinks to like just constantly, unless you really have time. But I'm always running around.
What do you do for work for your full time?
I'm a barista and sandwich maker.
At your mom's place?
Yeah. She's we were gonna have work today, but then her flight got canceled. She was in Texas. She went on a cruise.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so she was on a cruise all last week, and then her flight got canceled yesterday. And I was like, well, you were kind of the person we needed because I'm gone. Like the other girl's gone. I was like, there's nobody to work. She's like, just take the day off. I was like, okay. So nobody's there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of worked out for us.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I was
Mom.
like, oh yeah, that works perfect. So she'll be here probably around like 4-ish today. Hopefully she comes back home. She's in Seattle right now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Does your dad own a business too?
Like he owns this place, and then he works on base.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he does.
Well, that's cool that you and your mom are kind of entrepreneur girlies.
Yeah.
Because this, I mean, I would say this is a business. Would you say that
Yeah.
you run this like a business?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm the only one that races right now, so it's kind of just like me and my dad. Like, he'll pay for stuff sometimes, I pay for stuff sometimes, my boyfriend will pay for stuff sometimes. So we kind of all work together, but if I had to put it on paper, he's more of my crew chief and I'm more of the driver right now. But then once everybody starts racing their own cars, I'll probably have to be both. Because I'm definitely going to have to teach a lot of people some stuff.
Are the races pretty popular in the area? Like, is there a big turnout?
It depends. Like, sometimes at the start of the season, not everybody goes to them because it's either too cold, too windy, like rainy. They're like, oh, I don't want to go. But 4th of July is a huge turnout. 4th of July is our biggest race, I would say. And then Fair, which is like around the July 20th area. That's our biggest race too. Those are like the number 2 that you will see the stands full. But every other one's probably like, there's probably like 50, 60 people that go, maybe more. But the other ones, it's packed.
Does it make a difference for you if there's a turnout or not? Or is it
Not in the
just like
stands.
tunnel vision?
Car turnout. Car count is what counts for us drivers. Okay. So when we get paid, it really depends on the car count. So if there's like 3 of us, we're not getting paid very good. But if there's like 10 of us, we're like, okay, that's a better turnout for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th kind of place. When you place higher, you get paid more.
Got it. So you're like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, can we get some cars out here?
Yeah.
But a lot of them, I mean, some of them travel from Oregon, some of them travel from Quincy, Fallon, like Nevada area. A lot of them come from a lot of different places, which is nice. I'm glad to see it. But sometimes it's really low and you're just like, why are we here?
Yeah. That's frustrating. I do craft shows,
and
it's the same way. Like, if there's not a lot of vendors, it's not enticing for people to come and shop.
Yep.
You know, so
it's hard.
Yeah. And it's the same amount of work for you whether
Yep.
there's 1 car or 50 cars. So what's the biggest race that you've done? How many cars are out there? Do you know?
I would say probably like 15, 20 maybe.
That's a lot.
That's a 4th of July race. So those ones are always the biggest ones.
Yeah. And you want to build up a team, and you said that you're hoping to get to Vegas. And did you say next year you want to get to Vegas?
Probably, I would say in the next 3-4 years, I'll probably get to Vegas.
They're like a residency that you do out there, like where you live out there?
Oh no, I don't know if I'll live there. I don't know if I'll. Vegas is really city. Yeah, I love it here. I think I'm actually gonna put a modular right where that trailer's at, and just stay here forever.
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but I definitely like to travel, so I definitely don't want to live somewhere where it's so hard to get out. Cause like here, you kind of have an incentive to get out. You're like, oh, let me go see something different. I see this every day, kind of thing. But I feel like there, I'd be like, oh, that's new, and I would never leave. And I really want to leave. I want to go travel. I want to go see the world. I've been to a lot more places than I think a lot of my even friends my age have been. So it's nice to be able to have that freedom to just go.
For sure. So you're a travel girly.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite places?
I love North Carolina. I love North Carolina. Living there, I don't know if I live there again, but I definitely love to go see my friends and go visit and just hang out there. I would say Florida's a good one too. I've been to Florida.
I freaking love Florida.
That's it's super, there's a lot. It's just a lot going on. And it's not bad. It's just like you never know where to go because there's just so much going on. You're just like, I gotta pick one spot and just go to this one spot and check that out. And then I've been to a lot of states. I went to Ohio for my boyfriend, and that was interesting. Ohio is very quiet and boring, I would say. No hate to Ohio, but it was definitely not what I expected. I feel like you gotta go other places though. I went to like Sunbury, which is his hometown, and it was really quiet and just small, but like spread out. So it made it look bigger. And I was like, okay, this is definitely interesting. He's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's really cool. And I'm like, I can't remember any places that he told me about because it was so spread out and the roads are so awkwardly like placed that you're just like, where are we going? He's like, if you turn here, you go home. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, no idea where we're going. I would ask him half the time, like, where are we at? He's like, oh, we're like 5 minutes away. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, glad you know, because if I was driving, we'd be lost. But that was an interesting state. I haven't been in PA and I really want to go up there, upstate, all those. I feel like those would be more interesting, just because it's something like they're all combined, like they're very small states and they're all very close together.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to hit every single one of them.
Yeah. I think the Amish thing would be cool. I
Mhm.
think that's like in Pennsylvania. My grandma really wants to do that, like go see all the Amish people.
And I've never been to Pennsylvania. I really wanted to while I was living in North Carolina, but it was just too far.
Have you gone international at all?
No.
Do you have any desire to?
I don't know, because it stresses me out. Like, I hear stuff all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go there. Like, my mom was just in Mexico, and I'm like, aren't you, like, I don't know, nervous to go to Mexico sometimes? Like, I don't know. If it was me, I would definitely have to go with, like, a group. Like, she went with a group of 4 girls, but I'm like, 4 girls. Like, you think it's just snatch you up. Then you have nothing to do. Like, you can't do anything about it. So, I don't know. I definitely would like to be in France, though, at some point.
Oh, that'd be
I
fun.
definitely think France would be cool, and see Paris and all that, and go see the Eiffel Tower at least once. So, I mean, eventually I'll get to there, but I'm not worried about it right now.
They do racing out in France, right?
I think they do, like, the Indy cars. Like a F1, those kind of things, yeah.
Do you follow any of the other races, like drag races, or do you
I
watch it like in
don't.
your spare time?
I watch NASCAR when my boyfriend puts on NASCAR.
Mhm.
Like, if he puts it on, I'll watch it sometimes with him. But if he doesn't put it on, I totally forget that it's a Sunday and it's going. Like, I'm so busy, I'm like, oh, and he goes, oh, NASCAR is on. I'm like, oh, you're right. Like, and then we'll put it on, and he'll sit there and he'll watch it. His favorite is Ryan Blaney. So if that man ever came close to him, he'd probably die. He
Yeah.
loves Ryan Blaney.
So, have you seen Talladega Nights?
Yes.
Okay, is there any accuracy in the movie about living the racing life?
I would say for, like, NASCAR, maybe? Yeah, to a point. I don't know if it's really, I don't know. Because it all depends on who you are as a person. Like, some people, they could really get down into it and be all about it, and some people are like, this is my hobby. I just do it for fun. So it all depends on the person and how you see it. Like, for me, this is kind of my hobby. I do it for fun, but at least, like, at some point in my life, I want to make it my all-time goal to just constantly be racing. If not, then I'll probably be traveling. So it all depends on how you look at it and what you do for racing. Like, if it's your constant career, I could see a lot of people being like, oh yeah, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what I'm always going to be able to do. But, like, for me, I'm like, I work a full-time job. I'm always running around. This is, like, my hobby. I try to make it to every race, and if I don't make it to a race, I'm like, oh, it's okay. So I love it. It's just, eventually I like to settle down and get back to it, like, and have it full-time. Like, people racing at other tracks, we constantly travel and race, but right now, this is my hobby.
Well, it seems like you're really passionate about it, though. You really like it.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So, does your boyfriend, you said eventually he'll become a driver. So,
Mhm.
does he have any driving experience?
To a point, I would say he does. He's very quiet unless you get to, like, know him. But his parents, like, didn't get him a dirt bike kind of thing. Like, they never had, like, those kind of experiences in their lives. So him coming out to here, he's like, oh, like, you have dirt bikes? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, my whole life. He's like, oh, okay. And then he sees, like, I race cars, and he's like, oh, because he used to work on a race team. So he was their tire guy for the race team back in North Carolina, and he loved it. So now he's my tire guy, I guess. He works on my car. But he definitely wants to race, and I'm excited to see him race. Because he went to Vegas one year and did, like, their little, like, thing. You drive around, like, a Ferrari or Lamborghini on a track, and you have, like, someone with you, and you can race it kind of around. He did that. But that's it. And he's, like, pulled up the other cars for his race team and, like, put them in the trailer and stuff. But he's never, like, raced a car on a track with other cars around. Except, like, maybe a little, I think he said he raced his friend's car, like, a little go-kart maybe once on a dirt track. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, but that's different. Like, it's a lot different to be in a whole vehicle and race it. So I think he'll get there.
Yeah. Does he drive this, like, around the property or anything?
No. I won't let him. No. This is my baby, and he will have his own one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until that point, he can drive whatever else he wants, just not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go camping a lot as a kid?
Oh yeah, every year. We go on huge family campouts. So we'll be at Antelope with like 10 spots reserved for us, or like we'll walk in and try to grab every spot, and we have like just big family. It's for my dad's birthday. So it's always been his like birthday family camping trip.
How fun.
So we're up there every year for like a week.
Yeah, with like the dirt bikes and all that, I'm sure.
No, we don't take those up there. I feel like a kid would destroy them. I'm very like, if you break it, you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I get nervous a lot about having kids drive things around, because I'm like, God, if you break it, like I know your mom ain't gonna pay for it. Like I'm gonna have to pay for it. But I don't have a lot of little cousins or anything, so I'm kind of, the dirt bikes pretty much sit in the scale house, and then this thing just sits on the trailer until the next race, unless it needs to be fixed. Like right now I pulled it off because it does need to be fixed.
What do you have to do to it?
Something with the electrical. I'm definitely have to deep dive, because it'll cut out around corners right now.
Your favorite.
And I'm like, someone else better. So my boyfriend's like, I'm gonna fix it eventually before the next race, because the next race is in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's coming
The
up.
16th and 17th. That's, yeah. So hopefully by then we'll figure out the problem.
And that's in Susanville?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that you have the Humphrey Racing, the Facebook. Do you post your events and stuff on there?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes. I forget a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm always busy, and my boyfriend goes, did you post on there? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even take any pictures. Like, there's no pictures. Like, what am I going to do? Post old pictures? Like, people have already seen those. So I definitely have to get better at, like, I need like a PR person.
Yeah, you need a social media manager.
Yeah, I definitely am looking for one.
It's crazy how when you start a business, like, you don't even know all the things you become responsible for.
No.
Like marketing and this, that, and the other.
Like, I usually just have people come to me for sponsors. They're like, oh, can I sponsor you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I probably should be out there asking for sponsors, but race season comes around, I forget. Mm-hmm. And then this thing always runs. It never has not ran. So I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like, I don't need anything done to it. And then everybody's like, you should probably get sponsors, though, to pay for your, like, pit passes, like, all that. And I'm like, you're right. Like, I don't have that, though. So then I try asking, and everybody's like, oh, I already sponsored this guy, I already sponsored. And I'm like, that's fine. Because I'm like, I'm not hurting for it. But I'm just like, oh, it probably would be nice to have a sponsor.
Yeah.
So I got a few on there. I mean, a lot of people just kind of help out, and they just do their things to it if they want. But yeah, I've never really been huge into asking for sponsorships. I probably need to.
It gets kind of awkward.
It does. It really does.
Because I know, like, for me, I've just started selling ad space in the show, and it's uncomfortable, like, in the beginning to put yourself out there and ask for money, and
because it is awkward. Like, I mean, a lot of them are like, oh yeah, Addie, if you need anything, let me know, and they don't want their name. Like, they'll just be like, if you need help, let us know. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's why, like, a lot of them have nothing on there, because I'm like, they're never like, oh, here's money, put my name on your card. They're like, oh yeah, if you need help, let us know. We're very, like, helpful family of just racers.
Yeah.
All of us are practically families at this point when we get in there. There's been times where I've had problems, and then some modified guys from Oregon came over and helped me out, and I would never known that they would know what the heck I was talking about on mini stock, because they race modifieds.
Yeah.
But they've all been there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you started somewhere. I started somewhere. We all kind of ended up in a mini stock at some point.
Yeah.
None of us really jumped and do just modifieds or just IMCA. So it's kind of, it's funny to see it, because people will run around and they'll just start helping, and you're like, oh, I thought you guys hated each other. And you just sit, you're like, I guess not anymore. And then they go right back to hating each other after the car it was fixed. So it's just all that. So you become a family when you're back there, and then off it, you're like, oh no, I don't like those people. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get through the gate, you're like, oh yeah, I'll help you out if you need something.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you're a sibling and you're like, I'll pick on my brother or sister,
yes,
but
and
you
someone
better
else
not.
Can't.
Right. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of us help each other and support each other out there. That's nice.
Have you ever gotten into drag racing or anything?
No.
No?
I mean, my friend, she lives in Florida. She loves drag racing. She goes to them all the time. She's really big into that. She has not a clue about dirt. Like, she loves drag racing. She'll talk to me about it, and I'm like, okay, Evie, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm like, oh yeah, and then dirt, and she's like, I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know anything about drag. So we're total opposites, and we're best friends. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go see her probably sometime this year, next year in the beginning, and just go visit her down there because we went through college together too. So I met all these guys through NASCAR.
That's really fun. Do you think you'll go back to school for anything? Or are you like, I kind of got what I needed out of it?
I hate homework. I hate being in class.
I hated the lectures. It's so boring.
I hated just being there. Like, I learned a lot. Like, I love my teachers. I love my friends. But the fact that I had to go to class, it was so annoying. I'm not a class person. Because I like to be on my own hours. Like, in high school, I quit going to school. I didn't quit, but I went online my last semester of senior year because I was like, why am I still here? Like, I could be really doing a lot more. I could be having a job. Like, I could work full-time at the job I have now because I've worked there since I was 12. So it's been a while. I was like, Mom, I'm going to work full-time. Like, I'm done with school. She was like, well, you have to finish. Like, you need a high school diploma. And I was like, well, yeah, no. Like, I'm just going to go online. I'm going to have to go once a week. That's it. And I really looked at my counselor and I was like, I'm done. I was like, I know everything practically at this point. I was like, can you just send me online so I can just graduate? And she's like, yeah. So as soon as she did that, I went full-time, did my online work, graduated in like March, and everybody else graduated in June. I didn't walk. I was like, I don't have time for that. Because I was like, they practiced for like a whole week. I was like, I'm not missing out on work for that. So I didn't walk. I still went to graduation to watch my best friend walk. And then she was like, why'd you not just walk with us? I was like, because you practiced for a whole week. I made over like $300 that week. I was like, that was money in my pocket. So she walked, I watched her, and then I went and grabbed my diploma that Monday, and then I left in August to go to college.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not playing around with school. I was like, I'm out. And then college, it was longer, and I was just like, I mean, it wasn't long, it was a year and a half, but it felt long. And every day I'd go, and I was like, God, like, we have homework. And I just went home and I'd do it, and then I'd be tired because I worked 2 jobs, and I was like, this is annoying. So I was like, I'm never going back to school because I can't. I'd rather work than go to class.
That's such an entrepreneurial mindset though. Like, it really is. I just think that all the entrepreneurial, and your mom probably gets this too, like, we value our time more than anything else is our time.
Like, if you waste my time, I get mad. Like, if someone's like, oh yeah, let's make plans, let's go do this, and then I'm like, okay, well, I need to know if we're for sure making plans, because I gotta take that time off of work. So I'm like, how long, how many days? I'm like, what times, what are we doing? And they're like, why can't you just, and I'm like, bro, I have work. Like, I'm like, you have to realize I can't just like leave, because a lot of my friends actually don't have jobs, and I don't understand that. But yeah, a lot of them don't, actually. Some of them do, and I'm proud of the ones that do. They work hard, but a lot of them, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're like 20. You're almost 20.
No, seriously, what are they doing? Like, how are they living?
Yeah, I'm like, your parents just hand you money?
Right.
I'm like, oh, that must be nice.
And
like,
it's always the ones with no money that are out here doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is this working for
Yeah.
you?
Like, a lot of them, I'm like, what do you do? What is your mom paying you? But you just do laundry all day? Like, I'm just like, I just ask myself, I'm like, it's none of my business. It's not my problem. I'm like, that's why I get to go do more than a lot of them. And I'm like, so I just have to think about that.
Exactly. Like, it is hard work to do the things that you love.
And it is hard to, like, keep friends when you have that mindset, I would say, because I'm very busy a lot of times, and I've definitely lost a lot of friends over the years, but I've also gained a lot of good ones. Like, and that's the thing. I think that's probably what I would spread awareness about, is a lot of these younger girls, they stress about high school. They stress about being, like, popular. They stress about having good friends. And then you get out of high school and they all leave you, and then a lot of them become, like, depressed, and these people that don't know what to do with their lives. And I'm like, but that's what I'm saying, is you have to realize you're going to lose all the ones you had in high school, and you're going to move on and find adult ones that are going to teach you better things, not be so popular. You're probably never going to hear drama again, and that's a good thing. But, like, a lot of them that I know care about status, care about all that, and I'm just like, I don't. And I think that's why I don't have a lot of friends, because I'm like, I don't care about status. Like, you can either like or hate. It takes more to hate somebody than like them.
That's true.
So I guess that's something I would say is a lot of the teenage girls need to just be confident in themselves and not be so caught up in the status and the drama, because it doesn't get you anywhere. And you need to definitely go see the world, because I mean, a lot of these people probably won't see this in like Laston County. A lot of them will see it in different counties. But Laston County is not everything. All these counties around us is not everything. You need to go out and you need to go travel and see the whole entire world, because there's a lot out there. And your name doesn't get you very far out there, because a lot of them think it will. It does not. A lot of them are very like, oh, I got my dad's last name. It's fine. No, that doesn't do anything when you're across states.
Right.
You got to go make it for yourself. So that's what I mean. I made a good name for myself in NASCAR tech. I worked at the school for like practically the entire time. I was a secretary, and I was well known. And now I can go back there and I can get a job probably with them anytime. And I did that for myself though, and a lot of people have to realize you have to do a lot for yourself after you get out of high school, because your last name is not going to save you. But a lot of them think they will.
I think it's really, like, you touched on an important point, that when you dedicate yourself to your work or to your hobby, you do lose a lot of friends.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have a lot of extra time, and you have to like juggle that guilt and what is worth it to you.
But it makes you a better person.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Because I would say, I mean, I grew up a lot in North Carolina. Because I wasn't always like I was never a partier in high school. I never did any of that. I was always working or racing, doing my own thing, and I did not have a lot of friends in high school. I had maybe like one, maybe two. It was not a lot. So as soon as I got out of high school and I moved away, I definitely stopped talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people would just like snap me and be like, "What are you doing? How's life?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's good," and then never talk to me for like months, and then do it again. And it was just very here and there conversations. It was never, "Oh, you're my best friend, we're still talking," kind of thing. So it was, and I made my own friends there. I made friends from North Carolina, Florida, West Virginia, like all over the place. And because we all came to one school. So I'm like, you guys have to realize out there that just because you're in that one spot, you could go make billions of other friends in another spot who understand you. You don't have to just sit in one spot and be like, "Oh, I have no friends." And focus on what you want to do in life, because a lot of people try to figure out what other people are doing around them and follow them. And that's not, I mean, if that's something you want to do, good for you, but definitely try to make your own path. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays are following more than like trying to lead into a new idea and new stuff. A lot of them just follow their friends and go, "Oh, you have this job? Okay, me too." And then they become like, I don't know, teachers or stuff like that. And I mean, teachers are good, but if that's not what you want to do, don't follow your friend for that. I would definitely try to make a new stance on what you want to do. So that's the hard part, is trying to make your own path but also trying to have friends. Which, I mean, my friends, they stuck around while I went through all my crazy stuff. I mean, some of them left, some of them came. I've got probably like a good 2 now, and that's all you really need in life.
That's true.
That's really all you need in life.
Yeah. Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a big family. Like, I know for me, I have a big family as well. And I'm kind of like you. I've never had a lot of friends, but I've always had a big family. So
yeah. And my family's very supportive. I have a very good family. They will always support my dreams. They'll always support anybody's dreams. And they're very welcoming. So that's nice to have too. But the problem is a lot of people take advantage of that. And you have to watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it all just depends on how you grow up.
Is there any advice that you would give to maybe the next generation of young girls that want to get into a male-dominated field?
I would say do not listen to the people around you who are putting you down, because a lot of times people will go, "Oh, why are you doing that? Like, you should probably go do this instead." And then a lot of them take that and they go, "Oh, you're right. I should go do that instead." And then it happens a lot. Cause like a lot of people are like, "Oh, like nobody's really questioned me about racing," but a lot of them like, why would you go there? Like, why didn't you go be a nurse or something? I was like, I would not be a nurse. If I was a nurse, I'd be in the ICU because they don't talk back. All you got to do is kind of just fix them, make them better. Like, and I'm like, that's what I like. I like to be alone and doing my own thing, but also having that customer service experiences and having people to talk to. But I would definitely say, do not let anybody push you in a way that's other than your way, because a lot of times it happens and they hate it and they hate their lives and they get mad that they didn't follow what they want to do because a guy told them they're not good enough. And that sucks, because I had a job in North Carolina where I had a guy as my boss and I was the only girl. I worked at United Rentals. No hate to United Rentals. Love them. Loved working for them. But my boss was kind of hard to work for and he was kind of rough. And he'd call me during class being like, oh, you messed this up. You did. And I'm like, I'm in class. Like, what? Can you talk to me about this when I get to work? I was like, why is it so important that you call me now, tell me what I messed up? And then come to find out it wasn't even my mess up. It was somebody else. And it was a boy. It'd be a boy's mess up. It wasn't mine. So finally, I had to leave that job because he was constantly calling me, constantly texting me while I was in class, like, you need to call me now. You need to talk to me about this. Well, and I'm like, we could talk at work though, like all my hours. I don't have to call you right now while I'm in class. So that was rough. But definitely made me a better person because I know a lot more about like big heavy machinery than I ever did. And I know I could go back. Especially because since it's a big like chain, you can go anywhere for United Rentals. But my bigger boss than him was like, I'm really sad to see you go because you were the better worker out of all these guys in here. And I was like, because I pay attention. I'm slower. And that's what they were getting mad at me about. They're like, you're slow. We need these out in like 15 minutes. And I was like, that's why you have so many out there that's broken. I'm like, because you guys are trying to get them out in 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, let me take 30 and make it better. And we'll never have one sitting out there that's broken. But they did not like that thought process. But you have to think men think differently than girls a lot of the time. And they want things either out good or out fast. And it all just depends on who you work with and who you work for. Because sometimes they could think the same way and you're like, okay, we're on the same page. But other times you're like, you're always constantly fighting with them. So, I mean, if you're a girl and you want to get into male world, don't think of it as a male world. Think of it as a female world, because you will always probably be right and be more consistent with your work than they will.
Period.
Like, no hate to men, but really, if you're a girl, you think more about things and you sit there and you're like, hey, that's right, that's good. And men are just like, oh yeah, it looks good, send it out. And there could be 10 things wrong with it. And then it gets sent back and they're like, oh, well, that was your fault to someone else. So it's definitely think about it as a female world instead of a male world. Because it's really not. I mean, when you really think about it, there's a lot more females getting into male things now. And now it's becoming more of a female thing. But I mean, there can still be, I guess, like gender roles. But don't think of them as male, female. Think of them as, okay, well, male can cook too. There's a lot of cooks that are males, actually more than women. A lot of restaurants have more male cooks than women. And that's good, because their food usually comes out better. Like, it really does. Men usually make better cooks, I think. And women make better, like, serving. Like, okay, here's your food. And they make it look pretty. Mm-hmm. And that's how I think it should be. It shouldn't be women in the kitchen. It should be probably men in the kitchen cooking, women serving it and making it look good.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. Because we all work out there and we're all women. And all of them love our food. They love it. Like, we're good cooks. But when my dad gets in there and cooks, it comes out 10 times better. I'm like, Dad, you should just cook all the time. Because it does. It comes out 10 times better. He's got great food. And then when we do it, it comes out good. But it's not as good as how he makes them. I don't know what he does, but he's a good cook. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll end up taking over the coffee shop one day?
I think so, eventually. Or, so we're actually going to move location. So we're out there in Hurlong right now. But eventually, I think we're just going to drop down and do the trailer. Mm-hmm. And I think we're actually going to open up a wedding venue here. Yeah. So that's I wouldn't say top secret, but that's definitely something in the works. So hopefully we'll have a wedding venue soon in Milford. My mom's probably gonna be like, "Why'd you say that?"
Do you want
Now
me
we
to
gotta
cut
like
it out?
legit do it. No.
Okay.
She's fine. But yeah, so I think we definitely have new bigger ideas coming than just the coffee shop. And we're
Yeah.
really excited for it. And I think that'll be definitely in the next year or two.
That's
Yeah,
exciting.
it's getting pushed. So we'll definitely have whole new scenery coming up.
Yeah. So you got a lot going on.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, true friends will stick around. The not good ones will leave.
Yeah.
Because when you're busy, they understand.
Right.
And it's constant. We're constantly busy as a family. My boyfriend, he just moved here. I think it was February he moved here.
Mhm.
And we've only been together for like 9 months. And this man has definitely learned to be faster, quick on his feet, thinking faster.
You got that man in
definitely,
check.
he has been so tired. He's like, I'm exhausted because we were camping. So we had fair first. Then we went straight into camping. And then we went straight to Doyle days. And that's been in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, all of that in the last like 3 to 4 weeks. And he's tired. He's told me, he's like, I'm exhausted. He goes, you've been running me all over the place. And he was like, I'm tired. I was like, I'm not. I'm like, this has been my whole life. I'm like, I'm still going. And he's like, God, I have work in the morning. He's like, I'm so exhausted. And I'm like, you're okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you only work a couple hours. You work 7:30 to 4. You're okay. I'm like, you still got all night to sleep.
How do you think you juggle all of it?
I think I just grew up around it so much that it just comes naturally to me now. Like, I definitely could do 5 different things at once and it'd all get done. I've just been that way my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fast. I'm super quick when I do things, which is probably not the greatest sometimes because I am a button clicker, my mom likes to call it. I click buttons. I don't wait for it to load. I'm clicking buttons. I'm canceling flights if I need to. I'm canceling this. I'm like, I'm doing things. And then they're like, oh no, we need that rebooked. Or you need to, and I'm like, oh. So I gotta rebook something. Or I'm like, oh dang it, I messed that up, so then I gotta redo it. But I think I'm just fast in life, and I've had to grow up that way, that I'm just so used to the quickness, because we had fair Wednesday to Sunday, left fair Sunday, took the trailers up to the fair, or to camping, camped all week. I went to night in the country while I was camping. So we drove to Urington, then drove back home from Urington at 2 a.m. We got there at 2 a.m. at the campground, unloaded all of our stuff from night in the country because we were going to stay, but then we were like, no, we don't have a trailer yet. So we just bought that Coleman trailer. And then we drove back, and then went and did a horseshoe tournament the same day. So, and that started at like 1 p.m. So we got there at 2. We slept a little bit, got up, did the horseshoe tournament. And then I got second place. My mom won. She beat me out. And then packed everything up on Sunday, brought it back down the hill, went to work Monday morning. And then Friday, so we work Monday through Thursday. And then Friday we had Doyle days. So we took the trailer out to Doyle days, got that set up, started working the trailer at 10. Me and my friend Lexi, she's the one that works out there. She's my coworker and like probably my best friend at this point because we're always together. And went out there, did Doyle days, did that on Saturday too. And then yesterday was kind of our break day, but then we had to bleed her brakes on her car because her car had air in the brakes. So we bled her brakes, brought all the trailers back home, brought this out this morning. Actually, we woke up early this morning, took this off the trailer because we were tired yesterday, so we relaxed the rest of the day. But then, like 5 a.m. this morning, we woke up, took this off the trailer. I parked it over here. He left to go to work. So we're very on the go.
Yeah, I'm exhausted just from hearing all that. I'm like, dang, girl,
Yeah,
you left camping to go. Was it like a concert or something?
Yeah, Night in the Country is huge. It's like 25,000 plus people. Like, you get campsites, camp spots. And we just drove his truck there, parked in our camping spot for like a couple hours, watched the concert, and then drove back home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we definitely move around a lot. And we're huge on go. And then when we chill out, we're like, what do we do? Like, we're like, well, there's nothing going on. No, there's got to be something going on. Like, what? We don't have just a break. Like, today was weird. I was like, hey, Mom, like, I gotta go from 9 to 11. I was like, I'm just letting you know now. And then she's like, well, my flight got canceled, so, like, what do we do? And I was like, oh, I guess we just shut the whole thing down. Like, she's like, just shut the day down. We're done. We'll go Tuesday, brand new, fresh. I was like, hey, cool. And then now I'm like, okay, so now what do I do for the rest of my day today? Like, after this, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I guess I'll go do laundry. Like, I don't know. It's just weird because usually I'm at work. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then after work, I come here. I have to go shopping in Reno. So I head from Hurlong to Reno real fast, go shopping, come back. And then I go to bed. So now I'm like, oh, I have all day. Like, now I just get to chill out. And it's so weird to just be able to relax.
What are you going to do?
I'll probably do laundry, actually. I got some piling up in there from all the weeks we've been gone. I'm like, oh, yeah, I definitely need to do laundry.
Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to share or build awareness on or encourage people to do? Like, I know you want to encourage more racers to come out.
Yes. Encourage racing. Because it's definitely died out. Like, you see years and years back, like, it was really popular. NASCAR is still pretty big, but I know that a lot of political things happen in it, and it's just, don't make everything political at all. Not everything has to be about politics. Not everything has to be about anything like that. It could just be fun. It could literally just be fun. It doesn't have to be about politics. But everything's being made about politics anymore, so that's hard. But I would just say I encourage more people to go do what they want in life and not follow the basic 9 to 5 or the basic, like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a firefighter. Like, those are good jobs, but they're basic. And a lot of people follow it because that's what their mom did or their dad did. And they're like, oh, I need to keep it in the bloodline. And it's like, you really don't. You can go do what you want to do. You don't have to be forced to do a job that you don't want to go do because your parents did it or your great parents did it or any of that stuff. Because I know a lot of them do that. And then they push away their dreams because their parents are like, oh, just be a firefighter. It's fine. And the kids are like, oh, well, I want to go do this. And they're like, no, you should just go that way. Push down the firefighting path or the teacher path or the all that. And it's hard on a lot of kids, I think, when they don't have parents that are supportive like that. I mean, my parents, every dream we've all had, my mom and my dad have had their own dreams too, and they've done them. And kids supported them. So, I mean, we're different than I feel like a lot of the stereotypical families. And it's nice. But I know a lot of them don't have that. So I hope a lot of them get to definitely follow their own path and their own dreams because that helps out the world because everything's different. You don't have just 20,000 firefighters all the time, and then some of them don't even get jobs because there's too many. Or if you don't have a billion teachers and some of them don't have jobs because they're like, oh, I went for teaching and teaching's full. It's like, go do something that you want to go do and don't follow the stereotypical jobs. I mean, they are good jobs still. I don't hate on them, but too many people do them, and then too many people are out of jobs because nobody needs them anymore because everybody else was doing it. So I would definitely just say follow your own path and dreams, and even if you don't have a supportive system, still find support in other things. It doesn't have to be your family. It could be your friends. It doesn't have to be your friends. It could be your family. It could be yourself. A lot of people support themselves, and I totally know a couple people that do that, and that's all they got, and they are great people because of it. They had to support themselves while they were gone, or they've done things, and they're amazing people. That's all they do now is just support themselves, and some of them don't even, like, have help from their parents, and they're like, I'm fine with that because I can do it all myself. I'm like, that's good. I'm like, I mean, it does help to have a support system, but if you don't and you gotta support yourself, it makes you a better person in the end.
It's all you have at the end of the day, really.
Yeah, as yourself.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't see that, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And I try, because I'm a very honest person. I'm very blunt, I hear. Very truthful.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, God, I'd rather be truthful than a liar, though. Like, I'd rather be telling everybody, you know, this is what I think you should do. And then if they're like, oh, well, that was really mean to say, I'm like, but that's the truth. Is if you're not happy, leave. If you're not liking your job, find a new one. Like, I'm like, you have to be honest with yourself. You can't do it for everybody else. So I'm like, I'll tell people, I'm like, that shirt looks terrible on you. And they'll be like, oh, that's so mean. And I'm like, but do you want to go out in public looking like that. Like, I'd rather let you know now than you walk out the door and then you're like, oh, like people are looking at me weird. And I'm like, yeah, because you wore a bad shirt, you know? No, I'm going to tell you right now, not good, change. Like, I'm just like, I'm not going to let you fail in life by not telling you the truth. But I definitely have lost some friends for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to be yourself, so that just means they weren't the right
And
friend.
I've tried so hard to help out some people in life by telling them, like, hey, if you're not in a good relationship, leave it. If you don't like where you're at, go somewhere else. And they're like, oh, well, you're just being blunt because you don't like that person. And I'm like, no, like, genuinely, if you're not happy, go do something different. It doesn't have to be you staying all the time. It doesn't have to be just because you're not happy doesn't mean you have to be that way your whole life. And then they'll get mad. They'll be like, oh, no, that's not right. I'm like, okay, well, I gave you my opinion on it. I'm like, now it's up to you to take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've definitely probably made some people mad in life, but that's fine because I told them the truth. I'm like, yeah, you don't look happy. You should probably leave. And they're like, oh no, I'm happy. And I'm like, okay, you keep telling yourself that every day.
I think it's really unfortunate because I really think majority of people are not happy in life.
Oh no,
and that's really unfortunate.
And they should be, but they keep thinking that if something's gonna happen if they leave or something's gonna go wrong if they don't stay. And I'm just like, no, it's not. What worst case scenario with everything is either you lose your job and you have to go find a new one, or you find a new relationship that makes you 10 times happier, or in the end we're all down in the ground at some point. So it's like worst case scenarios are not that bad till you're like in the ground.
Yeah.
Like it's like you have to think of what it could be better than what your situation is. Because I'm always a positive thinker. Like the world could be burning and I'd be like, oh, you know what? At least though we're warm. Like at least we're warm and we're not freezing.
Yeah.
And everybody hates that. They're like, Addison, can you just be negative? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you have to look at it as from a positive point of view, even if it's terrible. You have to think about it as a positive thing. Like the other night, me and my boyfriend got caught in the Red Rock landslide. Like we were coming through and then we got stopped in a whole line of people. And I was freaking out because I was like, God, I have work in the morning at 4 a.m. I was like, and it's like 9, and I was like, I gotta sleep. And I call my dad. My dad goes, well, at least you have a trailer. Like, we just picked up our new trailer. He goes, at least you have somewhere to sleep. And I was like, you know, you're right, but I hate that you're right now because I want to get home and sleep in my bed. But I was like, but you're right. Like, I do have a trailer. I can sleep. So you have to look at the positive. My dad's like me. We're the same. My mom's very, she stresses out way too fast. She's like that, and she's off the cliff. And you're just like, whoa, God, it's okay. It's okay. But then my dad and I were like, oh, well, that sucks. We'll do better next time. Like, it's okay. And then everybody's like, no, that was terrible. And we're like, no, it's fine. We'll just do better next time.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, no, think negative sometimes. And I'm like, you can't, though. Because then if you think negative, everything turns out to be negative. But if you think positive, you're like, oh, okay, well, at least I'm still alive. I'm still kicking, and the sun's out. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a positive mindset.
Oh, yeah. I mean, occasionally cry, but don't hold that in. But definitely start thinking about being more positive and looking at things from a different point of view. Especially when you think all's wrong, it's not. There's always a light somewhere. You just have to look for it. Sometimes it's not noticeable, but sometimes you just gotta like stare at it for a minute, but it'll come.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't even realize. Sometimes life gives you things that you wouldn't have even known to ask for, and you just have to write it out and wait for it to all work out.
And everything happens for a reason. I genuinely am like 100% believe in that everything happens to a person for a reason. So if you're like going downhill so far and you're just like, why am I like this? Why is my life? Because it's probably going to build you up and make you a better person, and something good is going to hit you real hard. But you just have to wait for it. You can't forcibly make it happen. You can't forcibly sit there and go, oh, my life sucks. This is how it's going to be forever. No, because it's probably doing something to you that, like when people are late to work in the mornings, I always think of like the burnt toast thing. It's like you burn your toast. You're like, oh, now I got to make new toast. that probably saved you from a car accident.
I
That
think
probably
about that
saved you
all the
from a
time.
bunch of different things that could have happened.
Mhm.
So don't stress, because everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Even if you think it's not, like, it could be the littlest thing. You're like, oh man, I'm lost. Like, I don't know where I'm going. You might find the prettiest city ever, and you might be like, whoa, I would have never found this if I didn't get lost. And that might be where you retire. Like, you never know. So it's like you just have to take everything in a positive point of view, because it happened to you for a reason.
So you are working at the coffee shop. You are maybe top secret information, may or may not be a wedding venue in the works.
Yep.
And then you said you have a race coming up in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And what are the details for that race if anybody wants to come out and support you?
I think they're gonna start normal times, like 6, I think is when the races start. Grandstands open at 5. It's Friday, Saturday, the 16th, 17th. And I'm not sure what admission is. I think it's $10 a person
Mhm.
for grandstands. I'm not really sure. But it's fun. I would definitely go. It's a 2-day race, so it's more exciting. 1-day races are like, oh, okay. But 2-day races, you're like, yeah, like, I raced 2 days. I got 4 races. Okay, let's go. So a lot of people are more interested in 2-day races. So I would definitely go. Support your racers, because a lot of them need support. Especially towards the end of the season. This is when it gets slow. And the start of the season's like big bang. Then the end of the season, people are like, oh, like, racing's almost over. It's fine. So now I definitely come support everybody out there. Some of them throw t-shirts. Some of them give away like stickers and stuff. So definitely pay attention to the grandstands for that kind of stuff to happen. And just enjoy. Because sometimes there's shows, sometimes there's not. Sometimes people fight in the little track, sometimes there's not. It all just depends on how the racing goes, but usually there's at least one wreck every race. Sometimes it's me.
And this is at Susanville, the
Yeah.
Susanville track? Okay, perfect.
Diamond Mountain Speedway
Okay.
is what it's called.
And then I know you have the Humphrey Racing Facebook.
Mhm.
Any other social media pages that people can follow or stay up to date with what
I
you're
mean,
doing?
all my normal stuff is Addison Humphrey. I have none private, so you can follow me on anything. I think I have Instagram, Facebook. I think that's really it, actually. I'm not a huge social media person.
Yeah.
But if you search up Addison Humphrey on anything, you're gonna find me. And then Humphrey Racing, I just have my Facebook page, but I'll probably eventually have an Instagram for it. I always forget. And I definitely need somebody to like probably take over and do that.
She's a busy girl.
I am. I am.
Do you want to do like a little tour of the car?
Oh yeah. So I got Kenmore Motorsports. O'Reilly's, I always go to them for all my car parts. Race Quip is my shoes, my suit. Locally Hated Motorsports is my guys, the Belli family. This is my cousin Gary Hutala. We all support each other. Frisky Motorsports, I think she's based out of Kentucky. She's a really cool girl. Miranda Benson their family has a ranch out in, I think, Litchfield. These are just fun little stickers. I've got the Marsons. They're a really good group of guys. They're amazing. Zamp is my tear-off brand that I use. And then Kenmore Motorsports. Wade Kenmore is my top guy. He does all my fab work. And his brother Nevin. Zamp, Race Quip. DT Pumps, really good guy. His name's Dave. Get Roasted is my family's business. So that's my #1 sponsor. And then Lassen Rents is my #2 sponsor. And they do all the storage containers out in Lassen County.